Hello, 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 everybody on Facebook. It is 12 noon on a Saturday, and that means that it is time for Flow Yoga Mob with me, Yogi Cecily. Hello, 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 hello. What is going on? All right, it's January. Of course, if you found this video on YouTube, it might not be January. For those of us who are here, it is January. We are going on with 2021, right? We are going on like we're just dating somebody new now. Just turn the page, lose my number 2020, right? Lose my number. All right, so we're here for Flow Yoga Mob. If you are watching this video on YouTube, you found me as Yogi Cecily. So that's youtube.com/C/Yogi Cecily. Now, if you're looking for me on Instagram, and I do posts and reels and IGTV on Instagram, I'm Instagram.com/Cecily_Yogi. Now, you can find me on Twitter as Cecily Guest, and you all have found me on Facebook, Facebook.com/Cecily, V as in Victor, G as in guest, like a guest in your home. All right, it is all donation based, and thank you very much for all of the donations in 2020, especially with COVID-19 is still going on, many folks still quarantining, and the gyms and the studios are not open, so I appreciate all of the donations, and your donations can go to venmo.com/Cecily-guest. All right, that's all the info. Are you ready to flow? Yes, we are. Now, with that in mind, let me remind everyone, this is Vinyasa Flow Yoga. I really like to take at least once a week and just get down to the nuts and bolts of Vinyasa Flow. Now, I don't use music so that you can hear all the cues, but if you want to put music on in the background, that makes a lot of sense, right on? Let's get ourselves going with a downward facing dog facing the right side of the mat. Okay. Gonna get myself set up here. Still got a big old jacket on because it's a little cold, but I can still kind of warm up in downward facing dog. Tuck your toes in and straighten out your legs. What? Yeah. Okay, this is what I want you to do. You're gonna go back and forth from all fours, look up, inhale, and then downward facing dog. Right on, right on. Now just keep going back and forth on that. I don't want to overly cue you. You're going back and forth. Yes, see, I'm already warmed up. Look at that. And downward facing dog. And you're just going back and forth. So I'm always trying to talk to my students about how to warm up the body and just going back and forth between downward facing dog and all fours. You see the cow pose there. Exhale, tuck the tailbone back to downward facing dog. This is going to warm you up. Definitely add the breathing. Yes, you got to exhale in your downward dog and inhale up. I want to take two more of these. Big, vigorous movement in the pelvis and the spine. See the tailbone lift. And then exhale, see the tailbone tuck. Let's hold it there. Right on, right on. Good. Okay, come back to all fours. I want to do right arm, left knee. So I'm going to bring the elbow to the knee. 10, breathe, and 9, breathe, right? 8, so it makes a bird dog. 7, and bird dog, my favorite, again, warms up almost everything. Keep this going now. Take 5, and out, and 4. I look right down at the ground. My head is not lifted. 3, don't want to stress the neck. 2, and out, and 1. Downward facing dog, pedal pushers. 8 pedal pushers, alternating heel bone press. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you got to get the heel bone down. 5, because that's your calf Achilles stretch. 4, right on, right on. 3, and 2, and 1. Bend your knees to all fours. Hey, we got the bird dog. Left arm. Yeah. Right leg. Here we go. Is 10. Breathe. 9. I got to always work on keeping my tailbone tucked. 8 and 7. 6. Pull the belly button to the spine. And 5. Instant warm up, whole body. 4. It's like a little microwave. 3. Like 10 seconds in the microwave. 2. All right. That'll warm it up. 1. And downward facing dog. Good. Did you all learn with me this season? Do we remember during the holiday season that you can't put pie in the microwave very long. Pie, yeah, like, you know, you put in your apple pie, so it doesn't need a lot. Put it in too long, it's going to burn your tongue. Did you do that? Did you do that over the holidays? Tell me you didn't. Okay, let's bend the knees to all fours and add the modified push-up. Arch back, chin and chest go down. Downward facing dog, tuck the tailbone. 4 more of these. Bend and arch and drop. Exhale up. Good. 3 more. Bend and arch and drop. Exhale. Downward facing dog. See the pelvis is working in between. Bend and arch, a tailbone lift. Inhale, exhale, drop the chin, press up, tuck the tailbone, belly button to the spine, push back. Hello, and 1 more. Bend, arch, inhale, drop down. Here's your exhale though, right? And then downward facing dog. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's move on. Yes, right leg is gonna lift. Step to the outside of the right hand. Oh, hold it there, hold it there. Look at the long, straight arms and then take it back. Left leg, lift. Step it to the outside. Look at the long and straight arms in the post, right? And then back. Arms are posting up. Right leg here. Good. Just the right leg moving and stepping. Everything else stays long and straight. And back and left leg. Good. And forward, 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 forward. Good. And back. I want to do 4 more. Right leg lift. This is a burn. This goes beyond warming up, yes? And back. This is a burn. 3 more. Left. Step. And back. 2 more. Dig it. Look how the hand gets even with the foot gets even with the hand, yes? And back. Pure flow. Keep the left foot forward. Take the left arm up. Inhale. Take the left arm under. Bow your head down. Oh, 4 more. Left arm up. 4. And down, down, down. Exhale. Up, up. 3. Down, down, down. Exhale. And 2. It's sort of a little diagonal shape happening. Down, 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 right? And 1, because my head is back over the right hand. Then exhale down and then down over the left ankle. Good. Downward facing dog. I love it. Bend your knees to all 4. Step the right foot forward. Nice. Bend and straighten. Right hamstring stretch 5 times. 1 and breathe. 2 and breathe. Now you see 3. We're doing Vinyasa flow. 4, everything in your Vinyasa flow doesn't have to be strict asana, right? And bend. So we gotta move. Sometimes it's the moving that's the harder. Now I'm going to slide the left knee in a little bit. Take both arms up. Drop the left hand back. Miniature twist off to your Crescent Lunge. And then come all the way down. Push the forward leg straight. And get a very, very deep hamstring stretch. Good. So we're going to come up. Breathe. Twist and arc. Twist it a little bit to the left. Both hands down. Hamstring stretch. Hello. Oh, I love it. Give me 1 more of these. Both hands up. Arch and twist. You get to twist to the left. Yeah? Don't fall, though. Don't fall. Don't fall. And then the hamstring stretching. Love it, love it, live it. Prasarita, Padottanasana. Both legs wide, wide stance. I just want to do this. I just want to go from side to side in the lunge. So I'm going to go to the left side, pivot on your feet, and just go to this little drop lunge. And then walk the hands through the center and then go to the right side. And so that's the trick of it, yes? And up. So those of you who are following along, some of you will say, well, the way I put the flows together are unique. They are unique. People will tell me they're unique. They are unique. And one of the things that makes these flows unique is I'm not actually thinking asana. And I draw deeply from mobility conditioning. My personal training friends out there who specialize in mobility conditioning will recognize a lot of these positions. We're going to hold on this left side and go back to downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. See, they'll recognize some of the things that I'm doing, not as yoga, but just as good mobility conditioning. Good. Let's do the 5 push-ups. Bend the knees, arch the back. Inhale, exhale, drop. Push up And downward dog, tuck tailbone. 4 more, bend, arch, breathe, look up, inhale, drop. Exhale, downward dog. You love it. And bend the knees, arch the back, look up, and drop. And downward dog. 2 more, bend the knees, arch the back, look up, inhale. Exhale, drop. Downward dog. I love these. Could do a lot of push-ups in this position, right? And we're working on trying to do those 100 push-ups a day, right? You can do them on your knees, I don't care. No one's really looking, right? So who cares, right? So you're in your downward facing dog. Please, let's start with the left leg here. So the left leg is going to lift, step to the outside of the left hand. Look at the arms stay long and straight and the palms stay down. Go back to downward facing dog. Right leg lift. Sometimes I cheat and I forget that the palms have to stay flat. See that? I kept them flat that time. And back to downward dog. I need 4 more. Left leg lift. I'm not worrying about how high with the left leg. I am worrying about a flowing, fluid step forward. 3 more. Right leg. And this is very, very hard. The tricep stays well extended. The arms stay straight as you push up and off. Keep everything engaged to the core abdominals. The core abdominals have to stay lifted as you step. And, the right leg is going to go up and out. Good. And back. Wonderful. Wonderful. Bend your knees to all fours. Please step the left foot forward and through. High. Here's your hamstring stretch. Ardha Hanumanasana. Ardha Hanumanasana's got the 90 degrees. 90 degrees on the knees that bend. Don't want to sit too far back. Definitely not the open lunge. So you got to hit that 90 degrees and then a nice flat back over the leg. All right. We got that. Do you have it though? Really? We got that. Okay. Now I do make an adjustment. So to put the vinyasa, to put the movement in, I do pull my heel bone back just a couple of inches. Get into the crescent lunge, arms go up, and then the twisted crescent, right arm back. The twisted crescent with a bit of a back bend, and then both arms forward and the hamstring stretch, push back. You're going to notice I am a little bit farther back than the 90 degrees, right? So I made it a little shorter. And here we go. High crescent, or sorry, low crescent. Twisted low crescent with a little bit of a back bend. Going to warm up your back bending and exhaling. Here's a hamstring stretch. Back bending makes your hamstring stretches better. And that seems backwards. It seems backwards. You might be thinking to yourself, well, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. I want to stretch my hamstrings, and that's a forward fold. But you realize it's not a forward fold, right? But it is a forward fold. Wait a minute, what is she saying? Yeah. Well, all has to do with the position of your ribs and your pelvis, right? So the better you are at back bending, the more this hip flexor is going to release. The more this hip flexor release, the more room you have here, yes, the easier it is to start getting into those forward folds. So these two things go together. Give me 1 more. Up, up, up. Yeah, good. So it's not just the hamstrings. And I say that all the time in these videos. You gotta stop thinking it's all about tight hamstrings. There's some other things that are tighter, yeah? All right, and then let's get that little hamstring stretch in there. 3 and 2. Yep. And a 1. Prasarita Padottanasana. Let's turn to the center. All right. You put a bend in your knees, place your hands on your thighs, look up and around. High. Yeah. And I'm going to do alternating knees are going to drop down. So left knee drop down. Look, I leave the left hand with the left knee. See the straight arm and come up. And 7 more. Right hand, right knee. So that's a trick, right? Because look, I could put this hand out here, and that's easy. I don't want the easy one. I want this little bit of trickery to get this hand down right next to the knee. 4 more. 4. See how close that is. 3, and you're going to feel the hip sockets have to work, and the transverse abdominis have to work to keep the hand close to the knee. 2, sorry, now I lied. 2 more of these. 2, right knee, right hand, inhale, exhale, good. And the other way, downward facing dog, inhale, exhale. All right, see how that went? Now let's start thinking about some sun salutes, right? Just walk it back to your feet. Check this out, I'm gonna give you something new today. You're gonna lift up onto the balls of your feet here, nice long straight legs. Change this into a squat, right, with the arms forward. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Work it out. Straight legs forward fold, stay on the balls of your feet. Now this is going to be hard for folks who have trouble getting your hands to the floor. Now you're going to flatten your feet and stand all the way up, inhale, and that is the round exhale. Having trouble keeping your hands on the floor, you're going to need a block. Lift up onto all toes, see, like high heel shoes. Good. Stay there, squat down, reach forward. You're going to feel those calves muscles start to burn, and you're going to straighten out the legs. Straight legs stand all the way up. Straight legs flat back, add a little bit of a back bend. Hands down, lift your heels, squat and reach. I like this. Making strong ankles, straight legs forward fold, bow the head down between the knees, stand all the way up, straight legs flat back, a little bit of a back bend, and inhale, exhale down. Give me two more. Lift the heels, bend, squat, lift up, raise the torso on the arms, strong ankles. Oh, straight legs forward fold, belly button to the spine, chin to chest, bow the head way down, straight legs, flat back. Stand all the way up to a bit of a back bend, inhale, exhale, forward fold. We're going to do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Right? Good. Straight legs, forward fold. Now this forward fold, I want to get a little bit deeper, so I'm going to hold on to the ankles and the calves and draw down. Well, what is it about a forward fold? Eventually, the pelvis, the position of the pelvis changes, right? So sometimes you're trying to get a forward fold and your pelvis is still well attached to the back of the femur, right? You can see that difference. So if I take my pelvis and I kind of pretend like it's just really attached to the top of the femur, it's really hard to get the hands to the floor here. It's not my hamstrings, right? I'm going to change my pelvis, change the position of the pelvis, and then drop it down. Chin to chest. Well, I want to do that again. I'm actually going to tuck my tailbone, connect the pelvis to the back of the femur, lift up in the back is very round. Chin down, head down, the back is very round. And I'm just going to lift the tailbone, firm the quadriceps, belly button comes to the spine, and I drop down, chin to chest, way down. All right, two more times that, please. Tuck your tailbone. You tuck the tailbone, it's going to cause you to rise up. I love this position. For me, I'm lordotic, so this feels actually good to tuck my tailbone and draw the belly button in. My Pilates people will be very familiar with this letter C, right? All right, good. Now, flatten the back. The tailbone is going to lift. A lot of my body energy goes to the balls of my feet. Exhale, forward fold. Deeper, deeper. Use the abdominals to get deeper. And one more time, this tuck your tailbone. It's going to cause you to somewhat firm the thigh muscles. You're going to squeeze into the adductors. Here's a slight round in the back. Come up higher than you think you should, yes? Then I'm flattening, really change the position of the pelvis. Inhale, exhale, down. Please walk out to plank. These are bird dogs in the plank position. Harder. Don't do the easy one, do the hard one now. We're warmed up. Do the hard one. Right arm, left leg. 10, breathe and change. 9, breathe and change. 8, breathe and change. Work it out. Now 7, breathe and change. 6 more. 6, I'm doing it too. Breathe and change. 5, it's designed to be difficult. 4, so if you fail, that's good. 3, gotta use some muscle. 2, concentrate. And 1 more. 1, good. Lower your body all the way down, por favor. Look towards me. Right hand a little bit forward, right elbow a little bit forward. Feels like cobra, but the left hand's going to go back and find the inside of the left ankle. Pull. Pull the left foot into the buttocks. Feel that. 3. Quad stretch. 2. Yeah. And 1. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Push up and back. That was good. Let's just do that again. Plank pose, lower the body. Left hand, left elbow a little bit forward. Right on. And the right hand goes back. Find the inside of the right ankle. Fold the right foot in towards your elbow. And then you can actually use your bicep to get the right foot closer to your buttocks. Let's feel that. 3, 2, 1, quad stretch. I want to ask you something. Is it really always your hamstrings that are tight? Is it really always the hamstrings? That doesn't make any sense. All right, so your quads are tight too. Well, wait a minute. Everything is tight? Is that what you're telling me? Yes. Yeah. Right. The shin bone's connected to the thigh bone bone connected to the hip bone. So yeah, so all of that fascia and ligaments is all connected to nerve endings, and the nerve endings are always going to tell you, oh, don't stretch, don't stretch. And you have to be like, yo, hey, come on, girl, we're stretching today. Downward facing dog, inhale, exhale. And that's why you got to breathe deep. We do one more plank pose. Lower the body all the way down. The left elbow goes forward. The ribs go up. Right hand back. Inside of the right ankle. You're drawing down. Oh. Ligaments of the knee. Stretch. Quadricep iliopsoas. Right? Because the ribs are up. Get a little bit of the QL. The abdominals are stretching as well. Right? Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. All right. I want to just jump forward and back 5 times. I'm only going to jump to the middle mat 5 times. Here we go. Is bend 1 and back. Breathe. And 2 and back. Breathe. 3 and back. Breathe. 4 and back. Breathe. Come on, work with me. 5 and back. Breathe. Great. Child's pose. Take a load off. And then back to downward facing dog. Now, I'm doing this live. I'm doing this live on Facebook. Listen, some of you, I know, are just drinking coffee, eating pie. I did do that the other morning. I said to my husband, I said, I'm going to have pie for breakfast. I'm just going to do that. And I did that. And then I took what was left of the cake and what was left of the cookies. I started throwing things out, right? Because you can't have the pie and the cake and the stuff sitting around the house. You got to throw it out now and just be done. That was the holidays. You're just done with it. So I had pie for breakfast. Because that's, that's flour and milk. It's the same things that's in toast, I guess. It's a different kind of toast. 5 times, jump forward and back. Breathe, then jump back. Breathe, jump and back. Breathe, jump and back. And breathe again, jump and back. Look at the straightness in the arms. Breathe. One more, jump and back. Good. And a child's pose. Inhale, exhale. And we're going along with this class. We have yet to do a sun salute. Is it still Vinyasa Yoga? Yes, it is. Because you're moving. Look at your heart rate. Oh, and by the way, these jumps, we're going to do 50 today. I forgot to tell you that? Yeah. So you've only done 10. No, Cecily, no. Yes, Cecily, yes. Here we go, downward facing dog. 3rd set of 5. We could have done them in sets of 10. Here we go, bend and jump. 1. Now we will take a break in between. We're not going to do all sets here. 2. This is for my clients working on their jumps and their handstands. 3. I have noticed that people ask me how to do it. 4. It's like asking somebody how to jump rope. It's like, 5. You got to just do like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of repetitions, and then you get good at it. Child's pose. Inhale, exhale. Child's pose, catch your breath. I want to do another set of 5 because then that's going to be 20. We got the 20 of the 50 out of the way. Deal or no deal? If you're sitting there with coffee or tea, or watching me do all this work, okay, I'm going to find your address. I'm going to come and see you. We're going to talk about it. You're doing it with me, right? You're doing it with me. Okay, now beginners watching this, watching it on Facebook, watching it on YouTube. All right, you can watch. I dig it because to Hammer out 50 of these. That is a tall order, right? So maybe you got to 10 and you're feeling a little stressed. I put the break in between so that we can get our rest. And here is fourth set of 5 on our way to 50. Then jump. 1, back. Again, 2, back. Breathe. Again, 3, breathe. And 4, breathe. And 5, breathe. Nice. Let's move on. Go ahead, lift your right leg, inhale. Step it forward to a lunge. Step your feet together, forward fold. You're more at the top of the mat, right? We call this top of the mat, even though we do right and left. Big toes together, ankles together, the chair pose. Utkatasana. Sit back, raise the arms. Good. Stand all the way up, inhale. Twist chair left, exhale. Stand all the way up, inhaling. Twist chair right, exhale. Stand all the way up, inhaling. Exhale, forward fold, step back to plank, right, left. Chaturanga Vinyasa, drop down, upward facing dog, inhaling. Good, and there's your first sun salute, downward dog, exhale. There's your first chaturanga. Do you love it? Yeah, you do. Take your left leg lift, step forward, exhale. Step feet together, there's your forward fold, chin to chest, relax your neck, relax your elbows. Big toes together, ankles together, the chair pose, Utkatasana. Well, you gotta sit back and then raise the arms without raising the ribs too much, right? Standing all the way up, inhaling, a little bit of a back bend, exhale, forward fold. Step back plank, left, right. Chaturanga Vinyasa, drop. Upward facing dog, right? And downward dog, exhale. I want to do this again. Right leg lift. This is Vinyasa, smooth stepping, exhale. Smooth stepping, feet together. The chair pose, smooth transitions, tuck the tailbone, raise the arms without raising the ribs. Good, look up. And inhale up, bit of a back bend, left side please, twist chair, exhale, good, inhale up, and right side twist chair. So I get you going towards me first, right on, and up, exhale, forward fold, step back, right, left, plank, chaturanga, upward dog, inhaling, downward dog, exhale. Nice, we do it again. Left foot forward, left leg lift. Left foot step, feet together, forward fold. Chair pose, big toes together, ankles together. Utkatasana. Difficult pose. It's a lot of different angles. I mean, you could sit lower, you could add back bend, so many different chair poses. Arms overhead, inhale, a little bit of a back bend. Prayer position, left, chair. Down and inhale up. Prayer position, right, chair. Inhale, exhale. Stand all the way up, inhaling. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, right to left. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga, vinyasa. We do this one more time. One more time. Start with the left foot from downward facing dog. Left foot forward, followed by the right. There's your forward fold, chin to chest. Relax your neck. Fold over your hip sockets. The chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit back. Raise the arms. I always take a little extra lift and breath. Just stand up. Twist chair left. Yeah. I feel you. Standing all the way up and twist chair right. Inhale, exhale. Love it. Live it. Standing all the way up, inhaling, and forward fold. All right, left foot back, right foot back, plank. Lower the body, see the way that body energy goes forward. Elbows squeezing in, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhaling. Downward dog, exhale. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, bend your knees to all fours. Great. You're going to sit back on your heels, and this is known as a Virasana. Virasana. Excellent. Take your arms up, inhale, and Virasana. Twist, right elbow down to the outside of the left knee. You try to get it all the way down to the ground, and then press and push in. And all the way up. Good, good. Hands back. Working on a camel. So for this camel, I'm going to leave my hands on my feet. It's my favorite way to get into camel, is instead of taking your arms up and back, just leave your hands where they are. Just leave your arms where they are and push the hips forward. Use your hands. Use your hands to send your middle body forward. Don't think about up. Send your middle body forward so that your upper body will start to crest back in the arch. And we sit down. I want to do this 2 more times on the side. So downward facing dog, inhale, exhale. Lift up on toes and bend the knees to all fours. Point your toes, sit back, arms overhead, inhale. Twisting again to the left. Now you're going to notice I use my left hand on the floor to give me a little leverage so the right elbow can come down. Then press into yourself to get the twist. Downward facing dog. That's not easy. That's not easy. I'm not even going to pretend. Good. And now we go back to setting up for the camel. Hands on the feet. I do separate my feet and my knees a little bit, so there's some controversy there, but I always say you got to do what's doable first, and then see if you can get to the cue that you want. I don't like to say do it correctly. Notice how I said see if you can get to the cue that you want. Now your body might not be able to do the command, and that's so important to realize. Good, lift up on the toes, bend the knees down, point your toes, sit back in Virasana. I don't mind if the knees are a little bit apart. Arms up, inhale, twist to the left. And if you need that little bit of leverage to get the elbow all the way down to the ground, that's what's important, what's happening right here. Yeah. Good, downward facing dog, please. Inhale, exhale. Good, lift up on toes, inhale, exhale. I'm going to set up for your camel. Point the toes, place the hands, and lift the hips. Even though I'm thinking forward, I'm thinking to create gargantuan space between the buttocks and the feet. So I need all this space here, and then let your ribs lay back on top of all that space. Inhale and exhale. Great. All right, downward facing dog. Well, please start with your left leg. Left leg lift, step forward, lunge, and back. Right leg lift, step forward, lunge, right to the center, and back. 4 more. Left leg lift, and step, and back. 3 more. Right leg lift, and step, and back. Left side first. Left leg lift, and step, and back. Good. Right leg lift. Listen carefully. Right foot step. Good. Stand all the way up, arms in the letter T. We've been facing that way too long. Yeah. Go to the left side, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, child pose. Yeah. Here it comes. Like, I have to do those 50 jumps, remember? 5-0. Which means we're due for our next set of 5. I don't want to do it either. Downward facing dog, inhale, exhale. I'm feeling lazy too. But what are you going to do? 5 jumps forward and back, right? So we bend, jump, 1, back, breathe. And 2, back, breathe. And 3, back, breathe. And 4, back, breathe. And 5, jump, jump. Yeah, and child's pose. Woo-hoo. Heart rate is lifted, body heat is rising, breath rate is rising. We love it. Downward dog. Let's hit another 5. Then we're more than halfway done. You better work. Work it, girl. Sashay. Shantae. Sashay. Here we are, 5. And then jump 1 and back. And 2 and back. And 3 and back. Look how I take my time in the downward facing dog. 4. Look how I jump back, my knees bend, and then I lengthen them out. And 5. Child's pose. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. Nice, nice, nice. Good, good, good. Sitting up. Sitting in the hero. Virasana hero's pose. Arms up. Inhale. Twist prayer over right leg. Now, in the first one, definitely on the first one, I use my right hand for that little bit of leverage. Yes? Get the elbow down, press the hands into prayer. Not easy. Arms up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Up on toes. Bend the knees, pointed toes. Setting up your camel with the hands back. Hips forward. Ribs up and back. 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Just 2 more of these. Nice work here. So you're working in downward dog is folding over your hips, right? Working in the twisted prayer is twisting over your hips. Here we go. Twist. Use your other hand for leverage if need be. Get the elbow down to the ground. It's a little twisting potato bud. I guess you could call it that. A little twisted Virasana, right? Sets up your Pasasana. It's kind of starting to set up the idea of some bindings there. Good. Arms up. And downward dog. Lift on toes. You can come up on your toes. Way up there. Bend your knees. Point your toes. Set up your camel. How wide should your knees be apart? Just got to figure that out. If your knees want to go wide, let them go wide. And then say to yourself, but I don't want them wide. A teacher, somebody said to me, my knees should be together. So what you got to do is say, well, I don't want them that wide. Maybe I can bring them a couple of inches closer together and just, give your body a chance. Don't listen to cues about the body like you're a machine, right? You're not a machine. You have your own body, and you've probably had that body for a while. Like if you're 23 years old, you've had that body for 23 years. So the cue, sitting back in hero, the cue is a suggestion. This is a suggestion to get the elbow down to the floor, aside the knee, and twist. You have to figure out what your body wants to do, what your body's like trying to do. And if you want to change that, it takes a lot of mental energy to get your body out of habit. And recognize the habit, then move out of the habit. Up on toes, bended knees, pointed toes, setting up the last camel pose, hands on feet. Look at the way the pelvis moves. So before I even start my camel, look, I'm in a back bend already. See that? And then I move the pelvis. And let the ribs lay over all of the space that you're creating. Great, downward facing dog. All right, now inhale, exhale. We like it. We like it so much. Please start with your right foot. Right leg lift. Yeah, you did. Step forward lunge. Crescent warrior. We like them so much. Crescent warrior, arms up. Downward dog only, left leg. We're on the move. Left leg lift. Step. Crescent warrior. And don't you get out of your mind that we still have 20 jumps to do. Right leg lift. Right foot step. Crescent warrior. Good, downward dog. Left leg lift. Now I want you to notice I do not lift the foot high all the time. Okay. And once more each leg. See, since we're in vinyasa, I just kind of lift and step. It's the step through that counts the most. Yes? Up. And downward dog. Una más, por favor. Left leg lift. Left foot step. Crescent warrior. Hands down, prasarita padottanasana. Wiggle your feet in a little bit closer. Place your hands on your thighs. Look up and breathe. Hi. How are you? Doing okay? All right. Got to go to the right side, chaturanga vinyasa, and hammer out 10 jumps. Are you with me? Yes. Okay. Right side, chaturanga vinyasa. A little more than 40 minutes into the class. It's a 50-minute class. Upward facing dog and downward dog. So we are very close, and we are going to accomplish the goal, these 50 jumps, right? So here we are, downward dog, jump 5. 1, back. 2, back. 3, back. 4, back. And 5, back. And child's pose. Right now, if you are hanging with me, you're doing this workout with me, just know half the people have already turned it off. I know they saw the first 5 jumps and they were like, nope, not today. Okay. Just remember, life is for the living. I'm about getting it done. 2021, let's get it done. Yeah? We're here. If we're here, we're still on this earth, we got work to do, right? Here we are, 5 jumps. Right, we got 15 to go to be finished. Jump 1, back, and 2, back, and 3, back, and 4, back, and 5, back. Good. Please lift your right leg, inhale, step forward through the lunge, warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2, my favorite. Good, arms up. And left side, chaturanga vinyasa. Please. Here we go. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Right on, right on, right on. Left leg lift. Notice I do not work on lifting it high, left foot step, because that's pretty easy. That step through is much harder. Left side, Virabhadrasana 2. Arms up. One more each side. Right side, chaturanga vinyasa. Inhale, exhale, upward dog, inhale. Firm your legs. Please don't let your knees just be out of it. MIA. You gotta firm your legs in upward dog. Firm the outside ridges of your thighs. And downward facing dog. Right leg lift. Right foot step. Virabhadrasana 2. So many different vinyasas for the arms. So many different ways to get to the pose. Just remember, you cannot be leaning this way. This pose is all about the rear leg. It's like someone's calling your name this way. You just happen to be looking this way. But I haven't forgotten about you over there. Good. Center, arms up. Right side. You always remind people the Virabhadrasana, the warrior poses, they're called warrior because you're fighter, they're fighting stances. Coming right from martial arts lexicon, Shaolin monks. The Shaolin monks practice yoga as well. So here, Virabhadrasana 2. It's like you came up, something's happening there. But you're like, wait a minute. What about what's happening here? Something's also happening here. And you just happen to turn your gaze back to the left. Good. Give me a left side, a full chaturanga vinyasa. We stay on the left side. Why? Of course we're going to stay on this side because we have 10 more jumps to finish our 50 for today. So downward facing dog, inhale, exhale. Work with me. Fire. Fire. Dun, 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 dun. Way you walk and talk really turns me on. Right on. Here we are, 5 jumps. Bend and jump. 1 and back. And 2 and back. Stay strong. 3 and back. And 4 and back. That wasn't a good one. And 5. I didn't really commit. I tried on that one. There's 5. I'm getting tired. Child's pose. They're not all going to be good. Of course not. We step up to the challenge, step into the challenge. All right. How many more? 5. 5. $5 foot long. Look at Subway. They tried to hang with that, but they were like, we can't give the Subways away for $5 anymore. So we can't give the Subways away for $5. We can't sing the song, right? 10 years from now, it's going to be $5 for half of a foot long. It's like, it'll give you half or something. Hey, I have to figure it out. Cute song, though. They got you going. They got you going in the Subway. You were like, I have $5. I have $5. And I get a whole foot long. Here it is. Last 5 jumps. Ready? Bend and jump. Up. 1, back. And 2, back. And 3, back. This is it. And 4, and back. Quads are burning. And 5, legs get tired. Yeah, good, good, good. And the child's pose. All right. Well, I just want to finish with something that comes from kinetic yoga. It's the A.S.A.P pose. So we're thinking about those Egyptian hieroglyphs. I've done this work before. And we were twisting over the Virasana. So now we're going to twist the body over one knee lifted. Now you're sitting back as in a hero's pose, and then you get the right foot forward. Now that alone is a lot of work, knee bending in the left knee. So you got to kind of hang with it. The heel or the arch of the right foot lines up with the left knee. And that right there is already pretty big. You can see the shape of the isis coming in. Some folks will get their buttocks back into the arch. So you see I'm sitting back on the right foot, and it's going to supinate a little bit. I prefer to line up my shin bone and really sit right on top of the heel bones. There's some differences there. Now the left elbow has to come across. Oh, wait a minute. Say what? Yeah, good. And you're trying to make that prayer position here. And then you open Isis wings. And so some detail in kinetic yoga, whether these hands are bent, whether you're carrying the scepter, whether it's even wings opened out, whether you look back or forward. 3, 2, 1. Not an easy pose. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. The left leg is going to lift. Oh, it's going to step forward. Now, look how small that lift is. I don't make a big deal out of it. Good. We're going to bend the knees, walk them in, lift halfway up so we can breathe like, hey. And then to the left side, downward dog only. You are almost done. You are almost done. And bend the knees in. Right on time. We have this Isis pose. The goddess, winged goddess. It's got those big, massive wings. Yeah. Right arm comes over. That alone is a lot. Just getting your arm over. Should you push this knee in? Well, if I think of it as a yoga pose, Marichyasana, I'm going to push this knee in. It's going to help me twist more. But if I think of it as a hieroglyph, I'm actually pushing this knee out and towards you. Get a little bit more geometry out of it, and then open the wings. So we hold here. 5, 4, not an easy pose. 3, one side's going to be easier. 2, don't be surprised. Right. And 1. Super. Well, get the legs out in front of you. Nice class today. Put in some new things. You did your 50 jumps. Let's go on an easy forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Relax your head and shoulders. Bow down. All right, so much back bending, so much camel work. It's nice to get a little forward fold. From there, slide your hands back, scooch your booty forward. It's a halasana, the plow. And what I want to do is, this class is 50 minutes. If you have the extra 10 minutes, you're going to want to go back and get some of these restorative poses. It's a plow pose. Oh, so good for us. And then let's finish Sarvangasana, the shoulder stand. To get the shoulder stand going, I walk my elbows and my shoulders closer together, like before I even take the legs up. And I try to get like this insane maximum amount of energy back on the back of the shoulders. You will feel your neck is getting an awesome stretch. You notice it's a little hard for me to talk down here. I'm going to get one leg up. And that's a lot. Add the other leg, count to 10, 10, 9, 8, and 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well, bend the knees all the way down to the third eye. Place your hands on the outer hip. Let your knees separate. And please, please, very slowly, very, very slowly, imprint the spine back down. Keep the knees into the armpits till your lumbar, sacrum, and tailbone come down. Whoa, you made it. Well, you can rock the cradle here. Little spinal twist, things like that feels so good. I want you to plan on, right? The video's going to end, but I want you to plan on taking some time with yourself, yeah? I mean, you know, you're on your mat, you're already down there. Maybe there are a few extra stretches, a few extra yoga asana positions you can get into, like Lord of the Fishes and Shirsasana. You can take your legs up a wall, get your restorative poses in there. Of course, pigeon pose. Arms at your sides, palms are turned up. Please separate your feet maybe a little bit wider than your hips. Shavasana is a pose of concentration. It's not sleeping. You're completely relaxed. And yet at the same time, you're awake and aware. That's how it works. Now I'm going to come on and sit up and bring the class to an end. If you did those 50 jumps, well, yeah. You get to high-five yourself, pat yourself on the back. Whatever you do, though, do not have pie for breakfast. I don't recommend it. Too much sugar. It's too much sugar. Right? We welcome in 2021. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, I am Yogi Cecily. I will download this, and it will be available for you. Please go to youtube.com and find Yogi Cecily. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers, and so that then I can bring you these presentations on YouTube Live. Yes, that's what we need. Thank you very much for all the hard work today and Saturdays moving forward. I'll be here 12 noon. With that we say, the light in me sees and recognizes the light in you, and for that we say namaste.